divided the whole curriculum into 4 parts. Right, I already explained you, but before I take you through the curriculum, let me quickly summarize. So there are 4 major blocks. The first is okay, whiteboard is not uploading. Okay. So in the first module of this course, module 1 is all about preparing you for the course, right? It is the prerequisite. And also a lot of advanced things, what is behind the scene. So generative AI is nothing but pre-trained model, right? As I explained you yesterday. But before we jump into generative AI models, we need to understand a lot of things, right? How the model work, what is ChatGPT, what is behind the scene, how the ChatGPT is predicting, right? What is the architecture being used? So module 1 is almost like preparing you for the course. The first thing that we will learn in module 1 is something called NLP basics, natural language processing basics, or if you have some text data, how to handle, right? All the LLM applications that we are going to build, LLM means large language model, are text-based. Let's say question answer system, chatbots, text summarization, machine translation. All of these things, all of the application that we are building is basically text-based. So we are going to learn about NLP basics, right? In the first module. What we will learn in NLP basics, we will be learning mostly about what is text mining, how to handle text data, how to clean text data. So stop words. What are stop words means? What is tokenization, right? How to tokenize. And all of these things that we are learning will help us later. What do you mean by stemming? Stemming means what? What are the different kind of stemmers available? What is n-gram? N-gram, what is the n-gram, right? After that, we will talk about word embeddings. Word embedding is a technique which will convert text to number. So we have different word embedding techniques that we will discuss. Like TF-IDF is one of the technique. We will also discuss about count vectorizer. We will discuss about what to vec, count vectorizer and what to vec. So all of these techniques we will discuss, which will take our test and convert our text into numbers. So like this, we have different NLP basics. So after end of this module, you will understand if you have text data, how you can convert it to numbers. What are the steps that we need to follow? Or if you get text data, how to clean your data. So that is the first chapter. After NLP basics, we will be learning about deep learning basics. Again, deep learning is very vast. So I'll be talking mostly about generative models. But before even jumping on generative models, we need to understand about deep learning basics. So what are the libraries that we will be using? Let's say we are going to use PyTorch and TensorFlow or Keras. So how to write your code in PyTorch? Before that, we need to understand ANN, Artificial Neural Network. So what is ANN? ANN is the basic algorithm in neural network. It is called fully connected network. So most of the algorithms, most of the advanced deep learning algorithms that we will learn later in the course, like GAN networks or basically transformers, we need to understand ANN first. So we need to understand how the ANN work, like how exactly neural network architecture, what is the neural network architecture, how the neural network learns, right? What is neural network architecture? How the neural network learns, and what is cost function? What is cost function? What is optimization technique? What is feed forward? What is back propagation? So basically, this module will give you complete idea about the theory, complete theory about ANN, followed by one project. So in this project, we will be building one sentiment classifier. The project is about sentiment classifier, but it is using ANN from scratch. We are not going to use any generative AI models, traditional way, using PyTorch and TensorFlow or TensorFlow, any one of the library we will use to build end-to-end deep learning model. That is sentiment classifier. And in this particular project, you will understand what do you mean by model training, what do you mean by model validation. So all of these things, how to build your model from scratch, right? So using deep learning ANN. So that is your second chapter. The third chapter is we will be jumping into generative models. After this, we will be jumping into generative models. In generative models, we have a lot of generative models, but two major we will discuss. One is generative adversarial networks and one is transformer. So transformer, we are not going to work on any project because all the generative models that we are going to use, the pre-trained model, foundation models are built on transformer. So we will understand the theory of transformer, which will take 1 to 2 hours or maybe more than that, complete theory. So there is a paper called Attention All You Need. I will be explaining you that paper. It's a very, very hard, very difficult concept. I'll try my best to explain you with very easy way, right? So this is something which will help you understand how exactly ChatGPT, all of this transformer-based model, let's say Claude or GPT or all of this BARD, all of this generative AI model, but bidirectional. How this generative AI model really work? What are the technique they use? So this is very important. So transformer we will learn. In transformer we have a lot of concept like what is positional encoding, what do you mean by attention, which is a unique mechanism, right? Very difficult concept, but we will understand complete theory, followed by adversarial networks. So here also we will discuss about the theory, how exactly the network, like the deep learning model work, what is the architecture, how it learns, what are the components, encoder, decoder, everything. Once we learn the theory, here we will do one project. So this is your second project. The first project you will build using ANN. It's a sentiment classifier. The second project you will build using GAN, right? And I have not decided yet what project. Mostly I'm planning to create a deep fake video using GAN networks. So you have, I think this is very much trending right now. So you have seen a lot of fake videos running, right? Like you can see, let's say, Barack Obama coming to my birthday party and telling something. So fake videos, how to create deep fake videos using GAN network. So this is the project or any other project we can use. So basically we can use GAN to create a project. We will be using TensorFlow here. What are the Python library we will be using? Here we will be using TensorFlow. Okay, so this is the fundamentals. I think after module 1, this much, you will be good with the fundamentals. So let me quickly summarize what you will learn. You will start with NLP basics, all of the text mining basics. What is top word tokenization, streaming, n-grams, what are word embedding techniques. Then you will learn about deep learning basics. What is ANN, artificial neural network, how the neural network learns, what is hidden layers, what is feed forward, what is back propagation, what is optimization, all of these techniques, right? How exactly, what is activation function, all of this, right? And then end to end, you will build one project using Keras or PyTorch. Here you will be using PyTorch. I just want to give you different library flavors. So here you will be using PyTorch and maybe here you will use TensorFlow. So TensorFlow is a library in Python which will help you to code deep learning projects, right? It's a Python library for deep learning. Then here you will build a sentiment classifier using text data, review data. You will build a sentiment classifier. No generative models, complete end-to-end, right? So once you have built end-to-end, you will understand what you mean by parameters. What do you mean by pre-trained? Training means what? All of these things. Then we will jump into generative models. In generative models, we are going to discuss two. One is GAN networks and one is transformer. Transformer, we are not going to do any project because all the generative AI projects are based on transformer, like the pre-trained models. So just understand the theory. But for GAN, let's say you don't want to use pre-trained model. You just want to use your networks, GAN networks. So you can learn the theory completely end-to-end and you will do one project. We'll be creating one deep fake video, right? Using TensorFlow and obviously GAN. So this is your fundamental. So after module 1, you will be good at everything. You know deep learning, you know how the generative AI model, pre-trained model works. what are the architecture behind the scene, what is NLP, all of this thing, right? Obviously, Python is also necessary. That is also prerequisite. But I think you already know Python. I'm assuming you know Python. If you don't know, please learn it. So this ends your module 1. Okay. So what is your module 2? So this module is a foundation module. We cannot skip. This is very, very important. Second module is all about, before we jump and build application, we need to understand about foundation model, which is really important. So we will discuss about foundation model in the second module. Module 2 is about foundation model, right? It is not any project or something. It's just a theory class. It will take just some time, maybe 1 hour. But you will learn about foundation model. What is foundation model? There is a history. You can see every week one foundation model is coming up, right? So I will tell you about the history, and maybe for last 3 years, all the foundation models, and the objective of this particular module 2 is make you understand which task, what are the task. First of all, first you need to understand the use cases. Use cases means what you can do using foundation models. Very important. First, you need to know what you can build, then only you will learn building. So use cases, for example, using foundation model, you can convert text to image. You write a text like a girl with high dreams, and you will get an image as a result, right? Let's say a hot sunny day, walking on the road. You write a text and you will get an image. So this is one use case. Image to text. You just upload an image, right? And it will generate description about that image. So image to text you can do. Other things is image to image. Let's say you are going to do some image correction, or let's say image background removal, or fill in the blanks. Let's say you have nothing. Let's say you are working on a road and you want background should be replaced. Instead of a road, it should be replaced with a lake. I think you have seen this kind of ads in Adobe and other things. So image to image. So you should know what all things you can do. This is very important. This is theory class, but lot of examples I will show you. Lot of applications I will show you. Text to image, image to text, image to image, text to text, right? Text-based application. So basically LLMs, large language models. Using LLM foundation model, what all things you can do? For example, you can build chatbot. If you don't know what you can do, it's really kind of useless, right? So first you should know what you can do, like chatbots you can build, question answer system you can build, right? You can build, let's say text summarization, summary of text you can do, translation, machine translation you can do, social media, YouTube, all of this post you can create, like content generation, code completion, fill in the blanks, lot of things. So the use case module will tell you around 30 to 40 different applications that you can build using foundation model, right? So once you have understanding about it, next thing is which model is good for what. That is again very important. For example, you want to build text to image application for your organization. So when you go to the library, you will see tens, hundreds of foundation models available. Which is best? So to the point, till today, I will consider till today, and that is the reason the syllabus is taking some time, because this is a very unique syllabus. You will not find it anywhere. It is built based on a lot of research. You will see models like Mistral AI recent release, Fifi model, very recent ones you will see in the syllabus, which is not there in any one syllabus, right? So till today, till 2024 April, again, generative models, you can see it's a highly, it's not like today you have learned and tomorrow something not like any new model is coming, you need to up to date, right? It's a continuous learning process. But till today, till April, whatever at best, for every this chart, creating this chart will take me around maybe 1 day of time, but it is worth doing it. So this is a kind of survey report you will get. What you will get here, which foundation model is best for what kind of application. So text to image, what are the application, like open source as well as paid, right? Paid means like ChatGPT and like your Claude, so Cohere. So these are the paid ones. Open source means a lot of things are there in Hugging Face. You can go and check. So I will give you best from open source, best from paid, right? And for every application, so 40 applications. So why this is important? So you will understand which kind of LLM model or which kind of foundation model you can use for which kind of applications and what is best. Okay, so this is something which is again prerequisite before you jump. Okay, now what we will do is second module, third module. The third module we will learn about prompt engineering. Third module we will learn about prompt engineering. Why this is important? You need to ultimately see generative AI is all about asking questions. You are doing nothing. So already models are trained. You are just asking questions to get your output. So prompt engineering is a subject which will tell you or guide you to ask right question. Okay, you can ask me why I need to learn this, right? I already know English. I can ask, yeah, you know English. But do you know if you write your questions within any triple quotes or any specific symbol, you will get even more better accurate result. So asking right questions is very important. So prompt engineering is nothing but learning how to ask the right question. What are the principle of prompt engineering? We will learn about principle of prompt engineering. And when I say principle, rules, right? Basically, this is just to remember. There's nothing much here, just to remember. One shot learning, zero shot learning, few shot learning, chain of thoughts, right? And then tabular format learning. So tabular prompts, prompt injection. So how to write a prompt so that you will save like your dialogue from getting injected, malicious attack. Or you should not confuse the machine. While asking the question, the machine should not be confused, right? And give you something else. So prompt injection. What is prompt injection? How to avoid prompt injection? So basically, this is again a module. This will again give you a lot of information about prompt engineering. And at the end of the session, I will be sharing with you a lot of materials. Like you will be getting 10 to 15, sorry, not 10 to 15. Like I have a lot of cheat sheet I will be giving you. So those are simple prompts you can use for your daily task. Again, I will not give you thousands or maybe 100, 200. I'll just filter in maybe 20 to 30 because if I give you a lot of information, that is again a problem you will forget. So 20 to 30 best prompts and just for your reference. So what we have learned so far, we have covered 3 modules so far. The first module is prerequisite, all the detail about your like deep learning and NLP and all of that, and traditional way of building models using PyTorch, TensorFlow, right? All of this you will learn. Transformer, architecture, encodings, encoder, decoder, positional encoding, attention, all of this, right? In the second, you will learn about foundation model, what is pre-trained model, what is the history. So it's ever like learning kind of domain. So you will learn till today whatever good foundation models are available. First of all, you need to learn the use cases, what you can do with foundation models. Then for every use case, which foundation model is best from open source as well as from the paid one. Then you will learn about prompt engineering, right? So once you have done with this prompt engineering, we will go into lot more technical again. So the next thing that we will learn is the frameworks. Okay, so now we are good. We know what is foundation model, what is deep learning, what is how to ask question. We will start building application. The fourth step is building application. We will be mostly focusing on LLM. LLM means large language model applications. So we will learn about the life cycle. So building application means you know the foundation models are available, but how to use those foundation model to write code to build application. For that, you need a framework, right? How you will build application. You need framework. So here we are going to discuss 2 frameworks, LangChain and Llama Index. So maybe each we will explain. I will explain, and also the open source and paid one. So for the paid ones, I cannot go one by one and try. So I am going to use cloud. I'm going to use a service called AWS Bedrock. This is again very trending, very much trending. AWS Bedrock service. This is serverless service by AWS, where we have foundation models already available like Cohere, right? And then we have Claude, And from Entrop, we have GPT-4, right, which we can use. We have Titan from Amazon. And then we have a lot of others, like Mistral is there, Mistral. So all of these foundation models are already available, ready to use, nothing much to do. Very simple, just you need to create your tokens. Once you get your keys, just need to connect and then write your code. So it's very simple. Only thing is it is paid one, so it is not free. But I will try to basically make sure very, very less amount you need to spend. But you have to spend some amount because you're going to try a lot of things. I'll also tell about, okay, so what is the major things about this module? So this is this, you can say fourth module. So we are going to explore the paid services, but using AWS Bedrock platform. So what we're going to do here is we are going to discuss mostly the cost part, right? You have already known the foundation models in the third module. You know what Claude can be used for, what GPT-4 can do, what Mistral can do. All of these things you already know, but now you are in a position to decide the cost. So for example, you are building an application. This is very important. Nobody will teach you. This matters a lot. So let's say your document has, when you have tokenized, let's say your documents has 50,000 tokens. Okay, so to process or your request has 50,000 tokens or maybe 5,000 tokens or 10,000 tokens and your response has this many tokens. So what is the cost? So there is a calculation already given by AWS. You should be aware of it. So before even building your application, roughly you can calculate what is the cost of building that application. Is it really worth that application to be built? That is a very crucial factor because you will keep building and ultimately you will not get the value, right? I mean, you will build spending X amount and the value that it will generate is X minus something. So, I mean, it's not worth it. So cost is very important. So you will understand how to calculate cost, not randomly based on your data. So based on tokens. So you will understand about all of this Bedrock, and this is the fourth module. So using Bedrock, a lot of things you will learn. I'm not writing everything line by line. You will learn what is temperature, what is agent, what is user, what is system, what all are the different roles. You must have seen this if you have gone to the platforms. The lot of plug, like you can see temperature is there, user, system, all of these roles, what is that role is, right? What is how to send your message. So this is not difficult, very easy because we are not, I mean, no code kind of thing. But yes, very important factor is cost. What is token? How to decide roughly if you, after taking this module 4, you are in a position to generate or you are in a position to calculate how much cost that application will be, right? Building that application will cost you how much. You can decide that. How? Let's say you are doing a sentiment classifier using AWS Bedrock. You are using Cohere model for that. And in the Cohere model, it will be listed per token, how much is the price, right? You know you have 50,000 reviews. Now you know how to calculate tokens. So 4 character, let's say 1 token. So let's say you have how many characters, you divide it by 4. So there is a calculation or formula. So using that, how many tokens, token into that much money. So you will approximately, you can understand how much money that will cost you to build that application using AWS Bedrock. And this is a really important one. Most of the companies, they go with AWS. If they have money, they go with AWS or any platform. You can also use GCP, Vertex AI, or you can use Azure, Open Studio, right? So cloud knowledge is really important everywhere. Any one cloud is fine. And I think Bedrock is the recent one. So I think Bedrock is very popular. But you have options like Azure, you can use OpenAI Studio, or you can use your, what is that? Vertex AI, mostly for Google related things, right? Why I like Bedrock? Everyone all in one platform. So that's all about cloud, using building LLM application on cloud. And then we are good. So last module is all about open source. Last module is all about open source and we will explore everything. So for open source, the platform that we are going to use is Hugging Face. What is Hugging Face? Hugging Face, I have already told you, it has lot of pre-trained model available, open source, completely free of cost, no ads, nothing. So I think if you go to the website, your mind will be blown. Everything like GPT 2.5, 2, and a lot of other modules free of cost. It is available. We're going to use Hugging Face for downloading the local LLMs into our systems. And once we have downloaded, how to code? We are going to use Llama Index and LangChain for coding. So in LangChain, we have different things. What is agent? And also while building, so this entire open source, last module, we will be building 10, 6 to 7 to 8 applications, means project using open source. It is free, so we can try lot more. I'm restricting myself a little bit in AWS, maybe 3 to 4, but here in open source, maybe 8 to 10 application we will build. Let's say we will build a chatbot, right? And building a chatbot is so simple. We will be using LangChain and we will be using Hugging Face interface and all that. And we will fine tune. So while building, so all the concept, rest all concept you will learn while building the applications. Like fine tuning, you will be using RAG mechanism to fine tune your model. Evaluation, obviously project application means a project. You will understand LLM life cycle. So what is project life cycle? So first is you are downloading data. Once you have your data, right? Basically on which you want to test. So you have your test data. You download the model from Hugging Face or any other platform. So once you get the model, right, locally available, you write your code using LangChain. So you build your basically application using LangChain. So you will understand something called Pinecone. Pinecone is nothing but the vector database. You will learn about what is vector database, how the data is stored in vector database, how that is different than the SQL database or any other database. In what format the text is storing in the vector database. Semantic search kind of application we will build. And using LangChain chatbots you can build. So what is agent? What is memory? What is chain? All of these things you will learn. And then how to fine tune your model, RAG, how to fine tune your model. We will be learning a lot of things from Ollama. So the last module, last 3 weekends, complete 3 weekends, is all about application. So we will be trying a lot of frameworks, combination, LangChain, Llama Index, a lot of things, Ollama, Hugging Face, all of these things, and building application. So building application will teach you a lot of things, how to fine tune your model, how to evaluate your model if it is not working, how to check whether model is hallucinating or not, how to improve the model accuracy, right? All of these things. And yeah, so this is open source, completely free. So this is the takeaway for this course. And it's a very much technical course. It's not at all only prompt engineering. You will learn everything. Step number 1 in the first weekend, or maybe I think in the first or second weekend, 1 or 2 weekend, we will take for brushing up our skills. And this is really important, very much important, because if you don't have basic fundamental idea, how you will validate whether the model is hallucinating or not, right? So you should be able to understand the background, also the pre-trained model, both is important. So we'll learn about Python basics, NLP basic, deep learning, and then we'll build some project from scratch using TensorFlow, PyTorch. One more module I have added, sorry, I forgot. That is nobody will teach you, but this is very important. That is what I have observed. Why this is important? Before even jumping, building application, which is the last module, you need to learn something about CPU versus GPU. And this is nobody will teach you. When you are trying local LLMs, you need high computing, isn't it? Like, because simple models are okay, but if you are little like heavy models, if you're downloading, it will take a lot of your cost. It will take lot of your memory and mostly GPU. Many of you don't know how to use your GPU. I will, and NVIDIA cards. So what is better? 4090, what is thread means? You must have seen a lot of NVIDIA graphic card, 4 GB, 8 GB, 12 GB. So you're really confused what is better, what is not better. So all of that kind of knowledge, I believe, very much important. Either you try yourself or you are helping your organization. Let's say you are building something from scratch, an AI application. The hardware, most of the companies, they don't go with cloud. It is costly, very costly, right? So they built from starting. They have their own server. So your manager will look into you, right? Because you are the data scientist, you are the GenAI expert. So you need to give the proposal for your company. So how much hardware you need, what NVIDIA graphics card you need, you should know. So we have different varieties, 3060 and then 4090. What is NVIDIA graphics card? And basically theory is fine. Anyway, you will go to the side and see, but application wise, so how to write your code where you can enable GPU. So that is called CUDA. So using TensorFlow and PyTorch, we can really write parallel programming. So what I'm planning to do is I will give you again a survey report like this. Uh, Best NVIDIA graphics card, even from AMD also. All the things CPU versus GPU. What is CPU? What is GPU? Where to use CPU? Where to use GPU? It's not like always GPU is better. What is GPU? How really the computation happens behind the scene, and how costly it is, right? What kind of card you can purchase? What kind of data you have? You have 10 GB of data. What kind of graphics card you need? You have petabytes of data, right, to be tested. And you are trying a very heavy model which has 100 some billion parameters. So what is the GPU support? How much you need? So that kind of things before prompt engineering we will learn. I have already included in the syllabus. You can check. And I am going to show you application wise also, coding wise, not only talking. So CUDA programming you will learn. And we will do mostly the second project, right, that we are doing here, the deepfake video. While creating this deepfake video, I'm going to use something called CUDA, right? So you will understand how to turn on the kernels. If you have, I will also tell you options. If you don't want to buy, how to go to Google Colab and other platforms, cheap server from Blue Ocean and other platforms, how to buy or rent, right? So I will tell you a lot of options here and also how to write your code. So in the second project, deepfake, you will also understand about CUDA, GPU, basically how to enable your GPU and a rough idea. So if you have, let's say, 4 GB graphics card, how much data you can process at high level, right? So you will understand that. This is very important. So these all are very important. So at the end of this course, doesn't matter you are a software engineer or a data scientist or whoever you are, you will be able to decide for your company, right? That is very important. So before building any generative AI application, you need to decide what is the hardware you are going to use. First thing is paid or open. What is your use case? Very clear. It will help you generating ideas because in the foundation, in the second module, 40 to 50 applications we will discuss, like deepfake video generation, media blog post. So you will understand what exactly you can do with this foundation models. And based on that, whatever idea you are generating for your company, you know your domain better. These are generic applications. So you try to fit how you try to understand how this Gen AI can help your organization. Once you decided the problem statement, very clearly you can understand which foundation models can help you because you have a list here. Then you decide paid or open source because a lot of factors like security, accuracy matters. And let's say you have decided for paid, you know the platform, you know AWS Bedrock, and then go to Bedrock and send a proposal to your manager saying, I'm going to need AWS Bedrock license. This is blah, blah, blah. And this is the size of the data. This is the model I'm going to try. And this is the cost, approximate cost, everything. And then start using. Let's say you're going with open source. In fact, you will be able to decide if open source, then what kind of GPU? Open source is also not free, right? Open source is fine, but where you will try it out? You need a machine. If a company is giving you 8 GB RAM or 16 GB RAM and telling you to build something very nicely accurate model, obviously you cannot. So, but you should have the knowledge to decide that. Even if it is open source, you have to understand what kind of GPU you need, what kind of CPU you need, what is the memory, what is the application, what are the foundation model you can use. To use that foundation model, there are a lot of uh, techniques that we will learn while building applications, which will help us to reduce the computation, right? So we will learn about it. So basically, this is a complete end-to-end, I will say, right? So you understand basics. You understand, you really understand what is GPU, and you can decide hardware, right? The server lab you can set up for yourself for trying out things. You will understand prompt engineering, so you can ask right question. Prompt is the most important part, right? You can ask right question to the model. Sometimes you can decide whether generative AI is correct or not, or traditional AI is good. So if generative AI paid or open source, if paid, what is the cost? If open source, what is the cost? Right? And then you will build application. So if you are going with cloud, you will learn about Bedrock. If you are going with open source, you are going to learn about LangChain and Llama Index. And also, obviously, a lot of open source models, right? So while building open source and paid applications, every application that you build, you will learn about fine tuning, you will learn about evaluation, all of these things you will learn. I hope you got an high level idea, right? Any doubt in this?
One dot, ma'am.
Yeah.
What level of Python knowledge is required for this course?
Python knowledge, I think, see, what level means I will say how, how much you know, it's better for you, but
Like a
basic.
core Python is required, like multi-threading and concepts, like what level of Python concepts?
No. Multi-threading and all is not required. So CUDA is different. So it is completely different. So I think all whatever is needed for parallel programming, I will teach you. Don't worry about it. What I'm expecting from you is core Python means your obviously the data structure, variable, function. With that, if you know class, module, package, these three modules, right? Very important. Class, package. Most of the things that we will build in a package way, right? So that knowledge of object-oriented concept, like how to build a class,
Okay.
how to create your package. So that much is sufficient. Uh, Not web development or any other thing. Are you getting? So basic Python
Yeah.
and class package, those concepts. And
And this,
obviously, exception handling and all, I think it's easy. Exception handling, you can learn. Exception handling, class, exception handling also, that is fine. I think we are not going to use here. You can use, but it is not difficult. Most of the applications that we will build needs lot of object-oriented concept knowledge, like class, package. Along with that, functions and data structures, right? Is it clear? So that is what, and you can take my recordings. I will give you as a bonus from the previous batch, right? My evening batch, morning batch. So you can go through the recordings. If you want, I can upload in your drive so that you can go through. Anyway, it's a weekend class. So, okay, next thing is timing. I am planning to keep it 7 to 10. Is it okay for everyone? So, 7 to 10 is, I think, good because we will complete and then we are free. You don't have GPU, completely, absolutely fine. I will tell you, that's what I'm saying. You can go with other options, like, for example, Google Colab, you can go with that. In fact, you can buy more rent, right? More GPUs from different platforms. That will cost you very, very small amount. No need to buy any new hardware, or basically what is that? Laptop. In fact, cheap server you can set up. What I am doing the same. This week I'm going to set up my own server. 128 GB RAM, 64 GB RAM. Like, you can just buy it and then plug in and create your own PC, server PC, which will cost you very, very less as compared to buying a laptop. If you buy a laptop, right, it will cost you like very heavy, like 2.5 plus. But if you create the same setup server, 1.4 or 5, you can build. And what is the benefit? You can plug in and plug out. So tomorrow you want some more advanced graphics card, you can just use it. Until unless your motherboard supports, you can just change the hardwares, right? So I think server PC is better. You can build your own. Otherwise, you can just rent it just for your trial purpose. If your company is already giving you the architecture, so not making sense to buy something, right, for you just for trying. So I think you can rent. And I think that is much cheaper. So just like 400-500 rupees, and you can try out GPUs.
What is the
For example,
recommended hardware when you say buy or rent?
see, recommended means I will definitely suggest everyone if you're trying local LLMs, and that is what we can do. Paid ones are very expensive. I mean, just for learning, we can learn, but unless our company is giving us license, honestly, we cannot go to any platform and try. I mean, dummy projects we can do, obviously, but if you really want to try your own startup or you are trying to build something, Gen AI application, not I'm saying write code from scratch, only using pre-trained model also. If you're trying to build any application, it will cost you in terms of hardware. Either you go with cloud options or you build your own, but it is not free. Building own is much cheaper and you will feel comfortable. You will not be in that panic mode, right? Okay, my server is running. So you can try it out. And I have figured it out almost like 1.5 to 6 if you spend, I think a lot of things you can try. So what you can do is NVIDIA graphics card, at least 4 GB is required, at least 8 GB is recommended, but 4 GB is okay, decent one. And maybe you can try with 32 GB RAM, 32 basic, right? I mean, if you're trying local LLMs, 16 GB is also fine. 16 GB is the recommended. If you're asking me the minimum, I will suggest 16 GB. If you don't have 16 GB, that is fine. You can go with Google Colab, right?
Can't we use Azure OpenAI?
That is also not free. Yes, you can use.
Okay.
Azure
Okay.
OpenAI, you can use. As I am saying, so for dummy applications, you can try it out. They are giving it for free. But if you are really serious about Gen AI, you can try with real-time data, right? I mean, you try to build something. We were thinking, but we stopped it. We did not get time, so we stopped. So what we were planning, already I can see the applications are already there. 1 year before, me and my friend, we thought of building something that is, you can just, because this is helpful for my students. So just type the domain, like what you want, mostly data related, like data science, data engineering, and other data analyst. And you will select your domain like banking or retail or whatever, and you will get those CV templates, right? Very much realistic. And you can basically use it. So we have a lot of CVs we use to train those models, and I have created 8 to 10 fine tuning. I have created 8 to 10 CV templates myself. And using that, we could have. So I'm just giving you an example. If you want to try something like that, your own application, it will definitely help you to land a job of your dream, right? Dream job. So you are planning to come into data science, generative AI. So instead of you talking, if you show application which you have built from scratch, and if you have that link, right, GitHub or anywhere you have posted it, that will give tremendous confidence, not in you, but also in the interviewer. I will love to hire those people who have done something. And if you can take me through end to end. And I'll tell you one advantage of this generative AI. You will find very less people who has really built anything which was productionalized. It is at very high level right now. Like a lot of people are figuring out, a lot of company has no resource. I will say it's a very new kind of domain, generative AI. And if you are telling to the interviewer you have tried or learned yourself, absolutely fine. 95% of the people are doing the same, but they don't have anything to prove that they know. If you have a proof that you know, like by hosting your application somewhere in some server or in some GitHub account or something, it gives you a lot of advantage over others. Everyone is trying to come into AI, but these are the things no one has. And this will boost your CV like anything. So my suggestion is, if you really want to take this very seriously, don't worry about companies and all. In fact, you can do a lot of things. Let's say you are a content creator. I am struggling. I'm teaching for a lot of institute. Why can't I create something of my own? Because of time. I am a full-time working and all of things. I have to hire people, manage people, a lot of things. I don't want to fall into that. But now I can do it using Gen AI tools. I can build something for myself. for yourself. Let's say you want to post something in YouTube or Facebook continuously, or you want to send auto-generated email. You want to do SEO search yourself. Lot of application. You want to increase your productivity. You want to automate some of your tasks. Do something which can helpful to you and host it somewhere and show to someone that I have done it. So that gives confidence. Right. And I think to try out something, 16 GB is something which I feel it is recommended. If you don't have 16 GB, don't worry. You can use Google Colab, and GPU is necessary. 16 GB with GPU. Right. If you don't have GPU also, I will help you. There are cheap options. No need to go with AWS, GCP, and Azure. Those are costly operations. You learn it because the industry is asking, just for your knowledge. But you're getting right what I'm saying. It is not free, not for personal use. You have to pay a lot. So for personal use, you create your own lab or setup, or go with Google Colab or other cheap option for trying out things. But learning, you can do it on AWS Bedrock or Azure OpenAI or Vertex AI. Any platform is fine. Any one is fine. Okay.
Other than this course, like what are the other courses that you teach?
Yeah. So the other course that I teach is MLOps. I think the batch, evening batch, you can join this Monday, right? We are starting a new batch evening. Okay, so as you asked, I think this course and that course is completely different. And this course is for everyone, whoever wants to build Gen AI application. But this course will not help you landing a job if you are planning to become a data scientist or something like that. This course is not that. This is only specific to Gen AI, right? And it is meant for everyone. But the first course, that is MLOps, the intention of that course is to basically MLOps and generative AI. Both courses, we are giving it as a package. If you're taking both, this course will help you transform your career into AI. If you want to come into AI, if you want to see yourself as a data scientist, full stack, I think MLOps course is the foundation course. This is very, very important. Gen AI is the next level course. It is generic course for everyone. MLOps is a very, very foundation course. It is the basic building block on top of which all the things, like all the data science application you can build. What we were going to learn in MLOps. Again, don't confuse MLOps with DevOps. It's not a DevOps course. I'm not going to tell you about how to maintain your softwares. It's not at all a DevOps course. ML Ops, and you can see my background. I am not a software engineer, core hard data scientist I am. So I am going to give 100%, if it is 100%, 50% to ML and 50% to Ops. In fact, you can see 60% to ML and 40% to Ops, because Ops, I believe there is nothing much. I mean, there is no smart thing in Ops. Once for 3 to 4 projects you have implemented or deployed, same code, same process, you can iterate. In the sense, in the Ops side, initial 2 to 3, 4 projects, you will feel very difficult because first time you're learning. But once you have deployed 4 to 5 projects, it is very, very, very easy. Same thing you will repeat. But ML is very important. So in this entire course, you can see there is nothing called machine learning anywhere. It is all about generative AI and deep learning. Having said that, if you ask me in real time, Gen AI is still a hype, I will say. If there are 10 projects, 9 projects will be on traditional machine learning and deep learning. Maybe 1 or 2 projects company are trying out on Gen AI. And most of the time, 99% of the time, it is failing by a lot of reasons. Security. You will take to the client and client will tell, I will not upload my data in AWS or Azure or somewhere, right? This is my sales report. What if AWS something happened, leaked? What if my entire information, financial information is leaked? Paytm, customer data. Can Paytm really use 3000? Your UPI data, they have your UPI data. What you are eating, where you are going, what you are doing, every day-to-day life. 75 crores Indian data. Can they upload on cloud platform? Doesn't matter how secure it is. Maybe, may not be. mostly may not be, right? And for building what? For building simple applications, mostly related to text and image, they might not have that use case at all. Most of the data is in banking is semi-structured or structured kind of transaction data. So I think which is very important. So what I'm trying to tell you is till today, I don't know about the future, where it is going, but till today, if you ask me, except few domains like healthcare and all, manufacturing, healthcare, lot of the other domain like banking, fintech, retail, customer related domains, they have tabular data, which is stored in SQL, MongoDB, CSV, Excel files. And those kind of data, mostly traditional machine learning is much cheaper, much easier, and most accurate. They really don't need Gen AI. That is what I felt. And they're trying Gen AI because everyone is trying, every company is investing. So they just want to try out Gen AI, how the company can be benefited. And most of the time it is failing because of some or the other reason. I mean, very few Gen AI applications are going for production, right? Mostly what they're doing, mostly customer feedback, automation, chatbots. This is what they're going to do with Gen AI, right? Which is limited. So this MLOps course is the foundation course which will help you to land into data science job. It's a full stack course and you should not be confused, right? If you are confused, let me explain you end to end. So let's say you have enrolled for both, okay? And you are joining this 9 p.m., which is starting from Monday. So what you're going to learn? Step number 1 is you're going to learn from Python, right? And core Python, again, I am expecting you to know. But advanced Python, I will teach you in the course. Advanced means not like web development. Advanced means Python for data science. Very important modules. You will learn about pandas. You will learn about NumPy. Why NumPy is important? You are using TensorFlow. Behind the scene, it is using NumPy. NumPy is the base library. Any math in the universe except calculus, like integration and derivative, you can implement using NumPy from scratch. So linear algebra, all of these things you can implement using NumPy. So you're going to learn pandas. Just give me 1 minute. I have less charge. Plug in the charger. Right, so all the things that you will learn, and after that you will be learning about Plotly. What is this Plotly? Plotly Express and Plotly. So it's a data visualization library. Where I am here. So I'll be talking about Plotly. So this is the data visualization library. And you will also learn something called Streamlit. So if you're taking the MLOps course, you can build front end for your Gen AI application because we are learning something called Streamlit, which is the library to create the front end, right? Very easily. You don't need, it is meant for data scientists you who are not very strong at web development, but yet you can really create nice professional looking websites within maybe hours of time, right? So you will learn about pandas, NumPy, Plotly, Streamlit. These are the core and advanced Python. After this, we will be going to machine learning. End-to-end complete machine learning. We have 3 sections, majorly 2. One is supervised machine learning and one is unsupervised. In both of these sections, we are going to learn 8 to 10 algorithms. In supervised, we have regression and classification. In unsupervised, we have clustering. I'm just telling you at high level, you please check the content. In regression, linear regression is there, decision tree classifier, random forest classifier, logistic regression. All of this thing we will learn in supervised. Unsupervised, we will be discussing about k-means clustering. So when I'm saying machine learning algorithm, it is not like fit to predict coding, complete theory, end-to-end, all the mathematical derivation, followed by one project. So 6 algorithm we will implement in 2 to 3 projects, right? So I am not going in detail, but basically it will teach you machine learning in summarized way. Not only coding wise, but also theoretically, very, very in-depth. Now, once you learn this machine learning in-depth, you will also learn deep learning, I think, which you are already learning here. Same thing, but deep learning and NLP. The module 1 is repetition. Same thing you will learn here, what I have already explained. And then finally, you will learn the ops side. And machine learning also includes statistics. I'm not writing, but it is there. What is normal distribution? What is G-score? What is binomial distribution, right? What exactly is outliers? What is feature selection? How to select important columns from your data? How it is important? How to validate your model? What are the techniques to validate your machine learning classifier or regressor, right? Or any deep learning classifier? What is precision, what is recall, all of this basically machine learning in summarized way. You will learn the complete machine learning, also deep learning and NLP basics. And then finally, we will go to the ops stacks. So ops means what we are going to do is the whole code. We will also learn tools from the operationalization. The first tool that we will learn is called ML flow. This ML flow is all in one. It will help us to build and track. This will help us to track and deploy our machine learning model and reproduce. So track, deploy, and reproduce your machine learning models using ML flow. So there are four different parts. We will track our parameters. We will save our, so I am not going in detail. ML flow will help your code to write in a very much production level so that you can do hyperparameter tuning using ML flow. So you will understand that machine learning models are not like one line. It is an iterative process. You have to try a lot of options and you should take the best one. That is called hyperparameter tuning. And ML flow is the tool which will help us for doing hyperparameter tuning. Not only that, it will also help us to deploy our code, reproduce our code. So we will learn about ML flow. We will learn about Docker, which will help us for Dockerization or basically creating containers for our ML code. Once we have created containers, we will go to GitHub, right? And we will push our code to GitHub. We will use a concept called GitHub Actions. What this will do, this GitHub Actions, we will create workflows and trigger these workflows using GitHub Actions. This is for CI/CD pipeline, continuous integration. So today you are building ML application. What if it is a new data released next quarter? You need to retrain your data, refresh. So this is a continuous integration. You just need to create automatically. It will start the continuous integration part. So GitHub Actions. And then finally, again, we are deploying it in two things. One is in an open source free server, right? Mostly render or something we will take. In free server in Heroku platforms, we will build a front end also using Streamlit. We will use create a front end using Streamlit. And we are going to deploy using Heroku, which is a free server. And professionally, we are going to deploy it using AWS SageMaker. So what is SageMaker? SageMaker, you can go like we are learning Bedrock in generative AI, but in MLOps, we will be learning SageMaker. Bedrock and SageMaker are the most popular platforms in AWS for machine learning and generative AI. You can go and check internet. Is the most popular one. So SageMaker, build, train, and deploy within create endpoint and inference. So going to SageMaker, these containers, I will host it in ECR, Elastic Container Registry. From these containers, I will be going basically to my SageMaker and deploying it. Deploy means I'm going to create endpoints. And once I have created endpoints, I can inference my model. So this is the entire MLOps structure. So MLOps is traditional way how, this is the intention is the package is 27,000. And if you take the course duration, MLOps is around 2.5 months. This is 1.5 months, around 4 months course. You can take it parallelly or you can take one by one. How you want, you can take it. Almost 100 hours of content, you can say.
Someone who wants to get started with AI, so you would suggest MLOps course first, right?
So I will suggest MLOps course first because you can go with Gen AI also first. There is like no dependency. You can see completely different syllabus. But if you have ML ops knowledge, you will not be confused initially. So when I'm saying pre-trained, what do you mean by training? What do you mean by evaluation? You can take anything, first Gen AI and then MLOps, or first MLOps, then Gen AI. But what I'm trying to tell you is MLOps will give you little more comfortable you will feel when you are taking Gen AI, because a lot of things you already know, right? You know how exactly the life cycle is for any project. So whether it is ML or DL, the life cycle is same, like data collection, data pre-processing, model building, validation, deployment. So entire life cycle you already know. And there you are, instead of building from scratch, in MLOps you're building everything from scratch, traditional way. There you're not building anything, pre-trained model you are using. So I will say you will not feel uncomfortable if you're taking MLOps and then Gen AI. Having said that, these are completely different courses. If you're starting with Gen AI also, you will 100% understand without any knowledge in machine learning. Entire Gen AI is on deep learning. We really don't need machine learning knowledge in Gen AI.
And any, like, I'm not sure, like any of the two courses is somewhere can help in cybersecurity,
No.
because nothing in concern with cybersecurity, or because I have like I'm pursuing my master's actually in cybersecurity, so there are like modules for automation and everything. So I don't have any background in AI, so in any of the two course can supplement anything for cybersecurity. Do you think so?
No, see, I'll tell you. So, cybersecurity itself is a very big domain, and yes, ML can help in cybersecurity in some aspect. Not ML, but ML and DL both, right? In fact, Gen AI applications also you can build around fraud detection. Lot of computer vision related applications you can build. Vision means what? Let's say you have CCTV camera, right? So, automated alerts. So you are not at home, you went somewhere and the data has been collected and stored, and some suspicious activity happened. And the model can immediately generate alerts without you present, right? Let's say some people
Yeah.
entered into your home, break something. So some abnormal activities. So this kind of things, yes, AI and ML can help building, but core cybersecurity subjects like encryptions and all that, this will not be taught here. Having said
Okay.
that, if you have knowledge in AI and ML, because it fits everywhere, it's horizontal, everywhere it fits. So it has tremendous impact in fraud detection. In fact, when I was in GS, I was in compliance team. So we were building surveillance analytics application. So a lot of fraud detection. I'll tell you what we were doing. We were doing it for internal employees. So you are talking, and you know GS has a lot of confidential information. So let's say you are my friend. I called you, and I have spoken to you in code language. I have shared some information, and that's a, let's say ABC company is um, taking over a XYZ company. This is something. So stock price going up, down, something like very confidential information I have shared with you. Nobody will doubt internal employees, right? Because they are working for the company. But there is a team who is checking everything. So we were doing that. So we were keeping track of every employee of GS, what they are talking, with whom they are talking, what they are messaging, what is their email, what they are downloading, their entire system. So I have seen like we were working with lawyers, right? So like even if you're downloading a Python content, that also needs to be going through the process. Are you getting? So a
Yeah.
lot of fraud detection activities, you can really use AI ML, outlier detection activities, fraud detection activities. In that way, yes, both in vision and in text, in tabular data. Let's say transaction, credit card transaction, fraud and
So
not fraud.
you would say MLOps would be the appropriate one in this case, right?
Yes, I will say ML ops. If you are going with cybersecurity, I think
I'm already in cybersecurity actually. My master's
yes.
is ongoing. So my
So
dissertation is there. So
go
for
with
that,
ML ops.
MLOps, right?
Yes, go with ML ops because I believe lot of the things. You have to use, I don't know your data, but if it is text and video data, if it is text and video data, I think deep learning will help you. And if it is mostly transaction data, which you are dealing with, semi-structure, structure, machine learning will help you. And if I mean MLOps is definitely you should take. Skipping MLOps will be a loss for you if you are in cybersecurity. Gen AI is the next upgradation, but mostly you will be benefited from MLOps.
MLOps, right? And
Yeah.
for MLOps also, I'll require some kind of a core Python to do it.
core Python, see, in the MLOps course, we are taking care of it. In MLOps course, we are taking care of it because we are assuming someone from very scratch background. So I am going to teach you all the advanced modules like Pandas, NumPy, Plotly, Streamlit.
Okay.
And core Python, you will be getting 175 hours recording of Durgasir, entire Python
Okay.
recording and my recording also. And we have continuous classes. So if you think like you are stuck somewhere, we can arrange a weekend class, maybe Saturday, Sunday, where you can
And
ask your
normally
doubts.
this MLOps course is for how many months?
2.5 months.
2.5 months.
And the batch
this
is
is-
already formed. We have already 16 members there in the MLOps. So, I mean, it will start. So there is no demo session. Monday, already demo is done. Monday
When
onwards,
is
we
the
will
next
start with
batch
the
going to
content.
start?
Monday,
When is the
this
next?
Monday, tomorrow,
And after
9
that,
p.m.
after that, because
After that, I think this batch is starting means 2 months. This time is reserved. I have two timings, okay? One is 9 p.m. and one is 7:30 a.m.
okay,
Right. So 9 p.m. today started like Monday. So it is reserved for next 2 months. You will see demos coming up. This is May, right? May, June. Mid of June or last of June, you will see demos again for 9 p.m. Last of June.
July,
But
August.
7:30, I think it is 60% syllabus is completed. So it will take another 1 month to complete. So this is May end. So you will see 7:30 June first week we will start new batch for 7:30 June first
7:30.
week.
Okay, morning.
Yes. So around May last you will see demos, right? May last or June 1st you will see demos for 7:30. So these are
Sure,
the two
then I'll
times.
be waiting for that then.
Yeah.
In that case.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing all the information with regards to. And if I want to see the syllabus, is it available for MLOps?
Yes, it is available for MLOps, but I have upgraded a lot of things which is not there in the I think okay.
Okay.
So I think what is I will you can connect that time. I will share. The available
No
course
problem.
content is available on the website. You can check, but a lot of things has been added, like Docker, you will not find it is there. GitHub
Sure.
Actions, you will not find there.
It's
Streamlit,
two
I'm
and a
not
half
sure.
month, right?
Yes.
2.5 months. Okay.
And it's around 50, 60 hours, I think. And this
Okay.
GenAI course is around 30 hours. Yeah. 6 weekends, around 6 weekends. So yeah, 5 to 6 weekends every week, 3 hours. So, and my classes are to the point. Hours means hours. It is not wastage of time, right? So are you getting? So it's not like, it's very structured, to the point.
Okay.
Okay.
One question, Sasmitha. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm student of DURGASOFT already. I almost finished this full stack data science, but this MLOps was not part of that syllabus that time.
Got it. So you can upgrade free of cost. Just ping me. This is my number. You can ping me. I'll add you to the drive. If you are
Okay.
previous batch student, you need to send me the receipt, right?
Yeah.
And I will give you access to the recent batch. You can take recordings. In fact, if you want, you can attend live also. Just need to send an email to me and DurgaSoft. You need to prove that you are previous batch student. And this is
Yeah.
applicable for everyone. Let's say all of you who are enrolling today MLOps, after 2 years or 3 years, we don't know where the AI will go, right? Maybe something new thing will come. And if I have to include those things in my syllabus, it's a continuous upgrade. Just you need to prove that you are student, previous batch student. My own student or DurgaSoft student, but you need to prove that previous batch student. You will get free recordings like the recent current batch. If you want,
Okay.
you can attend live also, right?
That helps. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, madam.
Okay.
Are you also taking any data science and deep learning classes?
So this is only, see, data science I was taking, data science and deep learning, 2 separate classes I was taking. But now I have started this MLOps because any interview you go, download, you don't believe, you download, go to Naukri, go to LinkedIn, you download data science jobs and you will see cloud is mandatory, AWS or Azure or Vertex AI. You will see SageMaker, kind of like ML flow, this ops part, right, is mandatory. In fact, if they are not, you will not find any role. Gen AI is kind of there nowadays including. So these things, along with machine learning and deep learning knowledge, is required to get a data science job now. Without this knowledge, only machine learning and deep learning, see, you are incomplete. Why? There are processes. You will collect the data, you will pre-process the data, you will build the model, you will validate the model. Then what next? It's not a POC, it's a production environment. Who will deploy your code? Previously, they were hiring data scientists and data engineering or DevOps. The data engineering people, they were taking care, DevOps, data engineering, taking care of the ops side. We were building mostly this till validation. Now, these things can be done by code generator tools like ChatGPT and all. So pre-processing to code validation, before it was taking 2 months, now you can do it in 2 days. Then what is your job then as a data scientist? Don't you think AI model can build AI systems very nicely? Like they are AI models, right? So they can write AI code very nicely, isn't it? All the model building code, model validation code. You just need to tell what you want. I want feature selection using XGBoost. We'll get the code. I want linear regression algorithm from Python library. So you will get the code. And I think all the things are already automated. So what else you will do? So, I mean, why somebody will hire a data engineer, which is like 2 days you can build your model and maybe 3 days or 4 days you will spend deploying it. Within 1 week, you can build simple applications. Nowadays, I'm telling this is the trend going on. So any data science job, you don't believe me, go after the class, go to Naukri, go to Indeed, go to different platforms, go to LinkedIn, download data scientist jobs. You will see they're asking for machine learning, deep learning, obviously. With that, they're asking cloud, they're asking ops, they're asking Gen AI. These are the common things, without which your CV is very ordinary. They will not select even. Right. So that's why I have created this ML ops, which is really important. I mean, that is what is the need. Otherwise, difficult. So in the interview also, they will ask you what is your role, individual contributor, what you have done, built a model. Okay. Then what next? Who is the end user? Where you have deployed? Do you have cloud knowledge? Where you have deployed? AWS, Azure, GCP, any one platform is fine. Then how you have deployed? How you have tackled the CI/CD things, right? Like let's say your model did not work. Then what else? They'll not ask you directly, but indirectly they want to. Did not work. What you have done? You will say, okay, I have gone and retrained the model. So that's a manual task. You could have told them like I have created pipelines which will automate the training path. How? ML flow. So are you getting? So ML and ops are integrated. Everything is full stack now. Don't expect someone will come and deploy your model. You are the one who will deploy, build and deploy. Your responsibility. Maintain also. Maintain can be outsourced, but build and deploy is your responsibility, right? Okay. So I think, is it clear, everyone? I have spoken about everything. And tomorrow 9 p.m. also we have this MLOps batch. Do not miss if you are planning, because next batch in this 9 p.m. will start end of June. 2 months you need to wait again. And I don't have any other timing available, right? But yes, I mean, you can take this Gen AI first and then also MLOps, or you can take MLOps first, then Gen AI, only Gen AI. You don't want to switch into data science? You no need to learn MLOps. If you want to come into data science, you cannot skip MLOps, right? If you want to know basic idea about AI, I think this generative AI is sufficient. You can know what all things you can do, application oriented, leadership level. But if you really want to switch into data science, ML ops is mandatory, right?
Hi, madam. I have DevOps knowledge. Actually, I have 20 years of experience, and basically, I did my master's in computers.
So I will tell you one thing. Yeah. What is common in DevOps and MLOps? Only 2 things are common. That is CI/CD pipeline. I don't think anything else is, and Docker. I don't think anything else. Have you used SageMaker? No. Have you used MLflow? No. So the complete stack MLOps is different. I mean, there are some common things like Dockerization and then Kubernetes if you're using CI/CD pipeline. You can use Jenkins and all. These are common. But having said that, we have a lot more in ML that you will learn newly. For example, from the ops side, ML is completely new. But in the ops side also, there are a lot of new things like Services, AWS SageMaker, which is completely new. Only a MLOps engineer will learn that. Not DevOps engineer should have to learn SageMaker, right? Coming back to the ML flow, it's a machine learning Databricks kind of tool, which will help you for model hyperparameter tuning. This step is not at all present in DevOps, but which is a very prominent step in MLOps, hyperparameter tuning. Parameter tracking, right? This is not there. So a lot of ops side also it is different. So Badri, if you are from DevOps background, it's really nice, very great thing. No need to hide anything, show your experience as it is. But you will learn a lot of new things. I will say 80-90% of the syllabus is completely new for you, even if you are from DevOps side. Except Docker and GitHub Actions, and I think rest all are new, isn't it? Or anything you know from the stack? I believe Docker and GitHub Action, these two things are only known, right?
I have a question. So I already know data science, but I don't know MLOps. So can I join the existing batch? Like, where are we in that batch?
Existing batch, I will suggest 7:30. If you are previous batch student, join 7:30 because already the concepts like Python, ML, we are in ML in 7:30. We are in second module, and I think this is the right point. You just spend some time, like 1 month or 1.5 months, and learn the ops part, ML part. Basic things are already statistics. Few machine learning algorithm also I have completed there, linear regression. So we are in ML. Don't join the 9 p.m. because it is from scratch. Again, you have to learn the packages, and so I think it's up to you, right? So 7:30. So you take my number and you message me. Just you need to prove me that you are my previous batch student, and I will recommend you, right?
No.
So if you
I'm
are
a previous Durga batch student, but I'm not your student.
okay, so you have to join my batch only, my data science batch. Then you
Okay.
will get, yeah. So because you will feel that connection. So I think in fact, the previous batch full stack data scientists, they were also, if you have taken the advanced course, which I have stopped, it is really nice. I don't have time, so I'm not taking that, but it will give you a lot of in-depth knowledge in deep learning. So RNN, LSTM, a lot of deep learning concepts we were discussing there. So what I'm trying to tell you is any batch student, if you are my previous batch student, go ahead and you can continue this MLOps live or take recordings, you learn yourself. Or live means 7:30, I will recommend. You want to start from scratch, no problem. You can join 9 p.m. also. I don't have an issue, right? In my morning 7:30 batch, 4 students are old people, like old batch students. They're repeating. So I'm okay. I don't have an issue. Just you
So
need
do
to
you give
update.
access to your previous recordings or anything like that?
Yes, why not? Yeah. So I mean, just you need to prove that you are my student, so you will get all the helps, right? Just
Okay.
need to send me. Yeah.
Yeah, so that we can just learn it by based on our timings, right? We just don't need to wait.
Yeah. Yes. And why I'm typing this number, because everyone in future, if you see some messages like new batches coming up and all, and you can take the recordings of the recent batch. And my batch content will keep changing in every year, right? Today you are looking this. Gen AI will change in every quarter, but MLOps content, I think in every 6-7 months, I will change. Maybe, who knows, maybe AWS will not be the best tool. Next year, maybe Vertex AI I have to teach. Based on the demand, it will keep changing. And updated content you will get always, right? So just need to ping me. You need to ask, then only I will provide, right?
Okay,
Madam,
okay, sure. Thank you.
sorry, madam, to interrupt. Actually, are you going to teach any more full data stacks, full data science stack, or anything like that? Any other batch coming up?
No, we have 2 batches, MLOps and Generative AI. And the timings are, if somebody is, okay, the package, I think Institute is little confused. I'll update them. So the package is nothing but, if you're joining, so parallel you can take. So if you're taking parallel, it will take around 2.5 months, but you have to really dedicate this time. You are in a dire need, let's say, layoffs happened or you're in a visa situation. So you have a lot of time with you. You think like you can dedicate 3 to 4 hours or 2 to 3 hours every day. I will suggest, because it is like, it's not like the course is over, everything is gone. You have the recordings, you have all the access. In fact, if you want repeat also, you can do next batch. But time is really important. You are preparing very, very urgent.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry,
I
madam.
suggest
So you don't teach any data science full stack, because I don't know data science or ML, or I know theoretical concepts, but I don't know because
so ML
teach-
ops is only full stack, you can say. This is only full stack. ML means building model using machine learning. Ops means deployment. Full stack means what? You are a person who can handle machine learning, deep learning project end to end. What do you mean by end to end? No need of any other team members' help. You can collect, you can clean, you can build, you can validate, you can deploy, and you can maintain. That's called full stack, right? And for full stack, ops is very, very important. ML is also important. ML will help you for doing 4 steps in the project lifecycle. Ops for last 2 steps, deployment and maintaining. ML, creation, cleaning, building, validation. Both combined together, 6 steps. Every project you take, it has 6 to 7 steps, which you can do using ML plus ops, right? And that's why it is full stack. So if you're asking any full stack course, answer is yes, 9 p.m. tomorrow. You can see the link already available, or you can just ask to Durga, so they'll provide, or email, you will, I think, get it. So 9 p.m. IST tomorrow, we have full stack or ML ops course, which is starting fresh new. You can join that. And next weekend onwards, 7 to 10 p.m. 7 to 10 a.m. we have this Gen AI class, which you can also join if you want. If you're taking only Gen AI, it is 12,000. If you're taking only ML ops, it is 20,000. If you're taking both, it is 27,000. And if you are my old batch student, not this Gen AI, but the ML ops course content you can take. In fact, you can take the recordings, you can join live. And it is applicable for everyone, right? This batch student, after 1 year, you can also get the fresh recordings. Okay, the recordings will be with you for, I think, 1 year, but after that, we have to delete because of space. 1 year is a very good time. After 1 year, you can again request to me. This is my number, you can request to me, I will upload. Share the documents, recording. But do not
please.
forget to keep your receipt and confirmation email. We have lots of students, right? Like hundreds of students. I really cannot collect your name. So please send me the details, your DurgaSoft receipt or my receipt, whatever it is. Just prove that you have joined and the batch, which year and which batch, and you will get access.
Please, can you share your contact? I mean, how to reach you?
Yeah, this is my contact number. You can reach me.
It's on. It's sent on
It's
chat.
not. Oh, I am sharing my screen. Oh, what is it? Oh, sorry. I was writing all of these things. You are not able to see?
Only the written blackboard. Okay, that
Yeah.
number 9536
Yes.
9536015344, right?
Oh, no. I will write it in nice.
38.
Yeah. I will write it nicely. You can, yeah. Okay.
Sure. And your name?
My name is Sasmitha.
Okay, Sasmitha. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, thank you everyone. Let us connect. Maybe if you are interested, maybe tomorrow 9 p.m. or if you are only going with, and you can decide for yourself. I have clarified everything. Now you are in a position. It's very simple. Let me summarize in 2 minutes. If you are a software engineer, if you are someone who wants to stick to your domain, but still you want to learn AI because that is a hype. Every company is telling you to learn AI tools and you want to upgrade your knowledge to learn AI, I will strongly recommend you the Gen AI course, which is definitely very much helpful. It will give you tremendous knowledge on AI and deep learning side, traditional AI, and then creating AI application using Gen AI, right? That is helpful. And if you are previous batch student who already know MLOps and want to upgrade, then you are very much welcome to continue with this Gen AI course, right? Third thing is people who are interested to jump into data science, want to see themselves as data scientists, want to switch career. Only Gen AI is not sufficient. You have to learn MLOps plus Gen AI. And you can take that as a package. How you want to learn, you can learn. I will suggest learn it parallelly. It will be so much for you initially, but as I said, you can repeat multiple times. You complete in 2.5 months. I know 20, 30%, 50, 60% you will understand. That's absolutely fine. You have the recordings. You repeat one more time. If you feel like you are uncomfortable in certain topics, you can ping me. I will allow you in the ongoing batch. You can again repeat live those sessions. But the thing is, once you know the things quickly, you are job ready. You are not job ready, but at least you can prepare your CV and start posting. That will take some time, right? At least 2-3 months it will take to land into a job. So you can start the process earlier. But if you have a lot of time, you are not in a hurry and you want to go slow and step by step, learn MLOps first and then Gen AI. And how you want, you can take it. If you're my previous batch student, only Gen AI you can take. Already you know ML, right? Okay. Fine. Thank you, everyone. Let us connect based on what like Gen AI, then next 7 a.m. and this 9 p.m. tomorrow, right?
So for this
Content you will get
course,
email. Yes, I have already created the content, but I'm so like a lot of things I'm adding, so it is taking time and busy schedule. So I could not prepare. Half I have prepared. I will show you. So deep learning and then all what I have talked about, the same thing I'm adding here. Activation, CPU, GPU, learn to utilize CUDA framework to run programs. CPU and NVIDIA GPUs, very important. We will do this NLP basics we will learn, right? And then generative models, we will learn about basic principle. We will learn about how to create GAN using TensorFlow, right? While building, we will understand generator, how discriminator construction, defining optimization, loss functions, ANN, fully connected. We will build a deepfake video project in the second part. After that, we'll go for transformers. What is transformer? What is encoder? What is embedding? Positional encoding, attention mechanism, decoder. Then we will learn about prompt engineering. Prompt engineering principles, 0 shot, 1 shot, few shot, chain of thought, tabular, ask before answer prompting, role-based, comparative, reverse. And then we will learn about chart. Give me 1 minute. Right? And then we will discuss about ChatGPT. So it's not any coding, just at high level. I'll show you about the layouts, interface, some of the custom GPTs and plugins, which will definitely help you. Components, like there are a lot of components, temperature, whether to keep it 0 or 1. What is the difference? 0 and 1. What will happen if you keep it 0.1 and 1, right? So what is temperature? What is tokens? How to decide tokens from your data, custom GPT plugins. There are some plugins which can help you increase your productivity. GPT-4 vision model we will try. We will we will upload one PDF document and it will give me OCR images. Right. From OCR, it will give you text. So it is just exploring ChatGPT, you can say. It's not any technical, but just showing you the GPTs and prompt engineering. So again, it's all foundation, like you can say the basics before we start with the application building. You will learn generative models, you will learn NLP, you will learn transformers, you will learn prompt engineering, you will learn ChatGPTs, and then we will go with AWS Bedrock. The foundation models, so paid versus open source, foundation model use cases, 30-40 use cases, and for which use case, which model is best. What is large language model? How to select the right model for your organization? One line I have written, but to explain you this one line, I have spent 1 day. So I will give you a survey report. So project, lot of projects we will try, like creating social media post, text to image search using AWS Titan, right? Building question answer system using Llama. And then Jurassic, it's a foundation model available in AWS. Mistral AI, sentiment classifier. First module, we have built sentiment classifier from scratch, but here we will build sentiment classifier using generative AI. Creating images and campaigning, right, using stable diffusion. All of the 7-8 projects we will try on AWS Bedrock, and then we will jump into foundation models, mostly Hugging Face. So this I have not created. I will continue this. I will share with you the content. So in the open source, we will talk about LangChain and Llama Index frameworks and RAG, also evaluation and Hugging Face, important applications. Applications use cases are same, whether you use paid or open source, right? But so that will continue. So model 6, 7, 8, there are total 8 modules. Last 3 modules I will create and send it to you. But you got the idea, right? Overall picture of Gen AI course. So it's a step by step. It's
Yes.
not like directly we are jumping into application. You will ask me a lot of questions. What is prompt? How I will write the prompt? What is temperature? A lot of things. Everything I'm making it clear. Deep learning, you will understand. CUDA, you will understand. How to write parallel programming, you will understand. The architecture behind ChatGPT, which is transformer, or any Gen AI is transformer, that you will understand. You will understand about different types of rules to get very accurate results. You will understand about use cases. What else you can do using foundation model? Every use case, 40 use cases in one paper. Every use case, what is the best model? Paid one and open source, pros and cons. Cost, you can decide cost in AWS Bedrock. If you're building, let's say, this application, blog posting using Jurassic, what is the average cost for what size of data? That you can decide. Everything. And then finally, open source application you can build, right? Framework you will learn like LangChain and Llama Index. So that is the whole thing. And a lot of other techniques also I will add, right, to save memory. Content you will be getting either through email, or you can also get in the next class. I just want to, in the Google Drive, I will upload and you will get access to it. But this is the overall content. Okay.
This is only weekend classes, correct? Right, ma'am?
Yes, weekend class, because it will take time. I don't see AWS
understood.
Bedrock. I have done a lot of things. I will stop the service. Again, I need to redo. So it is a project, means one complete class is needed. So 3 hours class.
Yeah,
And
sure.
you have whole week to try out things. I will give you a lot of self-learning notes. I will show you the roadmap. So I think
Okay,
that will help you to
So
utilize the week.
next week also links will change, right, ma'am? Link
Yes, link
the
will change.
so
Link, I
Durgasoft
think, yes, link will change. Yes.
okay. So I already
From
paid
next
and
Saturday,
everything,
we'll have
so-
the classes, or means like actual classes, right? The course will be
Yeah,
started.
actual classes. Yeah.
So Durgasoft
So
will
next
send
week,
an email, right?
yeah. So we will start with NLP next week. So you already know what we will cover. So NLP, we will start with text mining. LLM is large language model. Before jumping, you need to know basic text mining techniques. So learn about text mining, NLP. So next class, we will start with NLP when you connect. Okay. And this course, syllabus, don't worry about the syllabus. You will get it in your email from DurgaSoft. Right? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Let us connect next
This
week.
course is 3 days a week, right?
No. Weekends only. We are connecting 6 hours, 3 hours. I was planning 2.5, and 1 hour in weekday, but it will create confusion. So keep it to weekend only. I decided to keep it to weekend only.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Let us connect next weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.